Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be making this ombre ponytail braided wig. Oh my god guys, you're gonna love this and it's so easy to make. We'll be needing these materials. And this is the dimension of the net you'll be using. We also have to make sure the net is nice and stretchy in all angles for best results. Okay, let's get into it. Now we're going to fold the edges of our net just like ½ an inch in, like so that we have a space to put our elastic through when we're done making the wig. I already did it with this other one. You can use a needle or you can use a machine, so I just kind of sewed it around, as you can see, leaving enough space for my elastic to pass through. Okay, so we have a mannequin head we'll be working with, and I'm gonna just take the net that I've sewn and try to secure it to the mannequin head so that I can start my braiding. I'm gonna be securing it with the paper clips that I have. I actually just kind of open them out and use it to secure. I'm just improvising. I do use full use like T-pins to put them in. But hey, we're just using what we have, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna put that at the 4 edges of the net. Try and make sure it's nice and secure, nice and comfortable for me to braid with. So I actually like this cap because it's so small and it just means less braiding for me. Just stretch it out a bit and then put some more at the 2 edges just to keep it in place. You can put more than that if you want, but I find that the 4 edges being secured is just right for me. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put that in place like so. Okay, so that's nice and fastened. Alright, moving on. We're gonna move on now. Okay, so I've cut the colored hair into 2 equal parts and just teasing out the tips to make it uneven. So just take your time here doing this. Okay, and I've cut the black into 4 equal parts. I've already teased it out and combed and oiled it. So I did the same for the colored one, by the way. So we're starting with the black. We're just going to take the hair in small sections so we can put it through the nets using our crochet pin. So just put that through the nets. Ensure not to take so much hair. I always like to twist it a bit before I put it on the hook so that I make sure that, you know, everything goes through the hole. Like so. Just pull it through. Nice and easy. So when we're done with that, sorry, I have to adjust this a little bit. Okay, so when we're done with that, we're gonna get more braiding hair. Now you're gonna take a little bit more than what you initially attached to the net, just so that you have like 3 even quantity of braiding. I don't even know what to call it. You just need the 3 braiding strands to be of equal quantities. You don't want one to be like a little bit bigger than the other. It's just gonna make a really weird looking braid and you're just not gonna like it as much. I'm also trying to ensure that I don't braid the wig too tight. Of course you can make yours preference, and I'm trying to make my braids a little bit chunky, not too small, because the first one I made them quite small. I found that I kept braiding and braiding and braiding. Oh my god. So I'm just gonna keep braiding till I get to a length that I'm comfortable with before I can add the other color. Okay, so I'm just kind of taking my time with this. Alright, it looks nice and nice. I like it. So I braided a couple more, and as you can see, it's almost at the top. So generally I like to braid 50 to 60 strands on this wig cap. It just depends on you. and also how big you want to make the braids. Okay, so as you can see, I've already started adding the silver, or rather metallic color. I actually take out 6 little sections before I begin to add. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. So I braid the black to a length I feel is acceptable. At least I try to make it the same level, when I add. And then I start to add it in small sections, like so. I'm sorry, I couldn't really zoom in. My camera isn't really catching every single detail, but hopefully I'm gonna make another video that's gonna be a little bit more precise. So as I add the metallic color, I try to make sure the silver is on top of the black, like from my angle of looking at the braid, so that it just has this really neat look, and the flow of the transition just kind of makes more sense that way. So yeah, it's really time consuming, but the truth is it's really worth it at the end of the day. The results are phenomenal, honestly. So I'm just taking my time, trying to make sure that the metallic color is right on top and where it should be. So yeah, just take your time, braid the hair, keep adding, and if you feel like it's getting too bulky before you finish the 6 little strands, you honestly don't have to continue. You could just keep working with the quantity you already have. So first, you got the result that you require or you need. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep braiding. Sometimes I have to put some oil in my hand, just braid and make it as neat as possible, because this is a wig, and it has to be able to be durable for a long time. So yeah, so just comparing it to all the other braids, and yeah, at this other part I have braided a couple of them right to the end. If you notice, I twisted the tips at the end. Well, that's because I intend to curl the tips, and I wouldn't want to curl just the extension like that, because it's not gonna last as long. So I'm also trying to make sure the wigs are durable, so I'm twisting it at the tip just so that it has that much more control, especially when I roll it on the rods, the bendy rollers I mean. So I'm just going to braid and be comparing till I get to the point where I have to start twisting. Yeah, when I get to the point I start twisting, I twist. So I'm going to start twisting here. As you can see, I'm just twisting. There mustn't be any special types of twists. Just make sure it's twisted. Yeah, so as you can see, I've done all these ones, and the twisting actually start at a particular point. I try to make sure they're as uniform as possible. Yeah. Looking good. Okay, so moving on. So yeah, I'm done with the braids. I think I did about 55 braids in total. So yeah, sometimes I feel like, I should add more, but I don't know. I just feel like it can actually get too full. So I'm just trying to make it like a more moderate look. I also want it to look realistic, not like a wig, obviously. So I'm just trimming it to make sure it's neat. Very important, because we want our job to look beautiful and neat. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep trimming. Trim. Trust me, it's all worth it at the end. You just gotta take your time. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I roll it on my bendy rollers. As you can see, I already rolled most of it already. I used an elastic band, a black one, to just tie off the hair where I wanted the bendy rollers to curl, just the section where I wanted it to curl. Reason being that I didn't want it to go higher, mistakenly. I wanted all the curls to be on the same level. So I did this before I bendy roll the hair. Please ensure to remove the black elastic before you pour your hot water or soak it in hot water, because you're not gonna like the line that shows as a result of the band. Okay, Okay, moving forward, we put it into our hot water and oh my god, it's looking so beautiful. This is how I unravel it from the tip upwards, so they used to get beautiful coils. And here is our finished result. It's just so beautiful, so beautiful. So you can just trim the tips, make sure it looks nice and neat. Here is my sister rocking the hairstyle. She looks beautiful. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Please like and subscribe. Bye.